Nightfill work. Back about a decade or so ago, I used to work at Arundel Woolworths doing Nightfill, which is about 5 kilometres west of here. And I'd drive there to work, and I'd work from about 8 o'clock till about midnight, sometimes till 12:30, 1 o'clock, because there's a lot to do some nights. But essentially it involved ripping open boxes and taking... I was assigned to the fruit section and stuff, and cereal and stuff. Ripping open boxes and taking the cans of fruit and bottles of fruit, plastic bottles of fruit, and putting them on the shelf in order, and sort of you'd put them at the new ones to the back, so they take the ones which are still on the shelves first. So you push them forward and you put the new ones to the back of the shelf, so that the use-by dates would be under control, if you see what I mean. And you'd fill it, and unused stock would be put on the top of the aisles, top of the rows. You put that up there, and that would be taken down later, usually by fillers throughout the day, because there was a standard Nightfill work, but you'd have fillers throughout the day. It would go around throughout the day, filling the shelves a bit. And it was pretty, actually. It's a labour job. Don't kid yourself. Nightfill is actually a labour-intensive job. It's a lot of work, especially if you're dealing with the cans and stuff, and like pet food and stuff. You know, it's heavy lifting a lot of the time, and it's up and down and opening boxes and cardboard boxes, and sometimes they give you a knife if you want to use it. But normally I just use my hands to open the boxes. But you know, there's lighter duties, but for someone like Daniel, I was going to give the heavy work, and you know, putting up oven shelves, down you go, and lifting all the time. And a lot of labour-intensive stuff using your back, so your back's involved a lot. So there's a lot of bending, and it's real work. The money is sort of average sort of wage, but it's okay. And Nightfill, and yeah, you go for at Woolworths anyway. You go from 8 o'clock in the evening until about midnight, and you just stack your shelves, and you take the boxes out the back section, I think, if I can recall from memory, of the empty boxes, and they're stacked up or whatever. And you clock in and you clock off with your time with a machine thing, from what I remember. I can't remember all the details, it was a while ago now, but and we had a tea room sort of where we could go. You got a break, I think, halfway through or something, a 5-minute, 10-minute break or something like that, and you could go in there and sit there and have a little meal and have a drink or whatever and have a chat, and then off you go once you finish for the day stacking the shelves. So it's pretty basic work. It's not terribly complex, but it is real work, and quite honestly, it's one of those jobs. If you want a job which contributes to the society, this is some of the grunt labour which society actually really does need done. It's like farming work. Well, we need our farmers. We need that work done for society to function. And it's the same with Nightfill. Someone has to stack the shelves. Someone has to do that work. So it's a job which actually is valuable to society. It's a job which is needed. Until automation comes in one day, I suppose, it's a pretty important job to get done for society, to have supermarket shelves stacked. So for A&M people, if you're a basic skills sort of person, try and get Nightfill or something like that, and usually you start part-time, but after a while, if you're good at it, they'll give you a fuller load, and yeah, Nightfill work at supermarkets.